Today on a commonly good MTG, we are playing a GRUUL deck recommended by the Assistant Meta Agent over at the Aether Hub. This deck has some incredible high-end GRUUL cards that we can hopefully ramp into sooner than we should possibly have any right to do so. Can we make this deck come together? Stay tuned to find out more. Hello and welcome to Uncommonly Good MTG. I'm your host. Watch me next week on HGTV as we're on Secret Underground Headquarters Home Makeover. Dr. Yukon Socket. Yes, thank you. Film before a live studio audience. Thank you so much. Yukon Socket. Word to your mama. So I'm broadcasting to you today from my secret underground headquarters, and I'm bringing to you a deck that I found over on the Aether Hub, hosted by the Assistant Meta called GRUUL. Because Assistant Meta is not all that creative when it comes to naming their decks. It's just the type that it is. So it's kind of, that's the hard part. You're looking through the list, you're like, what's going to be awesome here? And it's, Assistant Meta, what is it putting up there? GRUUL. It's like, well, I better hope I like playing GRUUL because I don't know anything else about it. But when I cracked it open, took a look, and I saw this list right here. Look at it. It's Kogla, Etali, Titan, Nissa, City on Fire, Skitterbeam, Portable Phyrexia. I'm like, absolutely. But this stuff is expensive, Assistant Meta. How are we going to get there? Ramp. That's how we're going to get there. All right, so let's really quickly take a look at the cards that are in this deck, and then we'll go out and we'll crush some hopes and dreams. What do we got? We got puts out an additional card on the first turn, gains life, and puts out a dude. This gets you a treasure token, allows you to discard a card and draw a card. You can crack it open to get a nice trampler. This one lets you go through your graveyard and pull a dude out, as long as it's not human. And then the Apex of Ikoria is an excellent card. But man, you have to crack it open for 6. I don't think that's ever going to happen. But still, we'll see. Brotherhood in wipes the board. This one gets you mana. At 7, it actually becomes the ability to attack and block. Let's see. We got the Kamigawa Dragon, who's a 5/5 flying trampler. When he dies, you can exile the top 2 cards of your library and then play them until the end of your next turn, or you get treasure tokens. This guy is mana ramp, and then you could crack him open to get you a mana elemental with vigilance and haste. Vorinclex. You know, you think he would do something awesome with how awesome he is in Kaldheim or whatever. In this case, he's just mana ramp. He just gets you 2 forests, and he puts them in your hand, and it's slow. But you got a trample reach 6/6, so that's pretty good. And he does a saga effect, which isn't too hard to get to, just 8 mana. Kogla and Yidaro is a 7/7, and you can either give it trample and haste, or you can make it fight a creature that you don't control. Or you can use it to destroy a target artifact or enchantment if you decide to discard this card. But you can put it back in your library and then draw another card. This usually is much like Atraxia. You play it, usually people just give up. Trample 7/7, and then you get to keep exiling until you get to a non-land card. And then you get to pick one from each people, so it depends on the number of people you're playing, and play them without paying their mana costs. And then if you've got 10 mana, you can transform it into Super Dude there, who's incredible. And we might get to that level. We'll see. Titan of Industry, Swiss Army Knife of super abilities. When you put them out, you can pick any 2. Nissa can, for +1, puts out an XX green horror creature token, which is equal to Nissa's loyalty, which is, because it's +1, it'll be 1 more than whatever she was at the time that you picked it. So it is incredible. Incredible. You can negative or destroy target artifact or enchantment, or if you got 7, you can start a bum rush where everybody's got trample and +1/+1. City on Fire, you can convoke it, but it's an enchantment that says if a sorcerer you control deals damage to a player or a permanent, it deals triple the damage instead. Sweet, googly moogly. Skitterbeam shoots out 3 guys. They're either 2 2s or 4 4s, but they always got trample and haste, depending on what you can afford. 5 or 9, baby. And for 9, meaning this, we're probably never going to get to it, but still, it's ramp. When you put it out, opponent has to sacrifice 3 of their creatures, and then at every one of your upkeep, you get to put a target creature card from a graveyard into the battlefield under your control. Their graveyard, your graveyard, doesn't matter. All awesome. Tons of great mana. This guy is incredible as far as being able to get rid of enchantments and artifacts, which are big right now. So that's it. What are we going to do? We're going to ramp. Then we're going to get some big guys out and just start going crazy in a GRUUL kind of way. All right, before we do, let's say our prayers. Dear Black King Toxroll, who lives in the dark chambers of my heart, please hear my prayers and grant my blessings as we attempt to crush our enemies, see them driven before us, and to hear the lamentation of the women. All right, playing against ZFX. Zefix. Keep. Other lands. Okay. Where are we going here? A couple of board wipes. Nothing to wipe. I can still wipe it next turn. I don't think he's got it going on. All right, so still we got to get up to 7. We're playing against mono blue. This is just really bad. I don't like Izzet. That means he could potentially counter. Nah, he's good. I mean, it's still something he could do. Another card. Nothing you could do for 1. I know you didn't have it anymore, but if I had 2 open, then we were good to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All we could do is board wipe. We're gonna have a guy out next turn though, but still it'd be slow. Six. That's not an artifact. It's an enchantment. That is an artifact. I could wipe it. Cool. This is definitely the time to wipe it out. That's it. I gotsta. Pass the rock, yo. It's time to wipe the board. Go for the face. See if he'll take it. I mean, no matter what, my guy's getting wiped out, so I'm not too worried about it. Unfortunately, that guy's still going to survive no matter what happens here. Oh, maybe not. There we go. Gorgeous! That is perfect. Yeah, dance for me, Fox. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is he not an artifact? Nope, he's not. So I got this. 6. 3, 4, 5, 6. Done. 2 out. And we're going to start climbing. This deck, it has decent ramp in it, but it has been fighting me the last couple of games here. This guy's only got 1 mana. I don't know what he's doing, or one card in his hand. So I need to get to 9. 9 would be so cool, but we're not getting there, are we? So technically I could flood the board. Alright, so even if you were to kill off Nissa somehow, I could throw another one out. Except I need to get it up to 7. Which means I need another mana for it. So I'm still kind of screwed. Climbing the way I did is the only way. Let's see, if I can get it as it is, everybody gets +1/+1. I'm doing math here like a sucker. Then it's going to be equivalent of, it's be 15, so 10 is what it would do. And we'd kill off Jin Cadaxis. Let's go, Rainbow Blow. That's not cool. And we got so far to go now. Can't get our mana. This is just ridiculous. This is not going to do us any good. Mana. All right. Let's go ahead and destroy an artifact. One, two, three, four, 5. You put out low end, have a creature. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, this one's going to be a 4. It's not for the best. All right. No attacks. Another mana will finish the well, unless he's got some counter spells on him, but another mana will do a good job for us. What kind of tricksy crap has he got going on up here? Look at those defensive shields. Uh-huh. You're still gonna die. Alright, so you killed my guy. Good for you. Alright, and auto pay. Don't counter it. Yes! Suck it, suckerfish! Victory! Our opponent against Jenna Taylia. Ooh, that is a good name. Keep. Night-night, dragon. Oh, this one's a super breather. I always hate that type. Because you let him talk and then you let him put him back on, it's the same crap. Here we go. Unmute. See, it's still doing it. I can't get it to stop now. I just have to put up with it breathing super hard. That does not get us any land, unfortunately. All right, but we're getting towards a couple of creatures. Just the slow way. Can't play anything. Ooh, this deck! It's really, I mean, last night I was playing this, I got 100%. Today I'm playing this thing, and I just can't get over the... You got to get to a 5 mana point is the problem. And this deck is fighting me on it big time. Because these things require 4, and I just can't get there. Let's see what's in here that's supposed to help. Topiary Stomper goes at 3. If we can get Topiary Stomper, there's 4 of them in here. Invasion of Ikoria is 2. No, it's not. It doesn't give us lands. It wouldn't even help out at all. Invasion of Ergamon can give you a treasure token. Alright, let's get that ramp started here again. After we stalled out there for a second. 2 basic land cards. I'm okay on red. We'll just go green. Nice. Alright, all in. Let's crack that open. You'll have to jump in front. Untap 3. It's not going to matter. 1, 2, 3. Let's do that. In turn. Okay, we've got 6, which gets most of the way into Nissa. 5 for Vorinclex. What is this? 6 for that. Alright, I can kill off Olivia. That'd be nice. Let's go for that. Or I could just double wipe. Fight! Alright. Gone. And you gotta be exiled forever. Congratulations. Alright, so it's pretty much just a 7-7 at this point. Does it have trample? Nah, it's got nothing. He's going to try hard to kill it. Let's see what I got here. 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's go and collect it up. What you got up there, Green Bean? One and two. All right, so Jenna, are you going to look down the long barrel of my destruction and fear for your doom? You have 14 life, a lot of mana, and 2 cards. You're spending a lot of time thinking about it. So you're thinking about something, right? Here we are. There's some water right there, and you can see there are clouds reflecting in it. But there are no real clouds, which means the clouds actually exist in the water. Double Olivia's? That's weird. All right. That was beautiful beyond compare. Another forest. And we win. Touchdown. Lava Bears. All right, playing against DMG. All right, we'll keep what we got. All right, so our path forward, not this. This has to come out with expensive stuff. We don't have guys that are that cheap. 4. I mean, 3 is just going to get us a Topiary Stomper. All right, why isn't he playing guys? There's no protection from red. I mean, you could pump him up, I guess, temporarily. You'd have to get him up by 2 points. All right, so you got what? Haste cook into it now? And prowess. This can destroy something. I got to get it out at least 5. All right, 4. We can put a Stomper, which is going to get us into 5. Do I have enough red? I do. We'll go green. He doesn't like what he's got. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Unfortunately, I cannot play that 4th, so that means Topiary Stomper gets to be a jerk still. Alright, we can lose Vorinclex in this. I'm not too worried about it, though. Because the things we got in our hands behind Vorinclex are awesome. Do we have anything in the pot? Nope. The Vorinclex could come back. Hello, my Primal Conqueror. And we win. Suck it, DMG. Suck it. I'm playing against Tengu. Alright, what do we got? We got 3... which will get us into 4, which will get us into 6. Mono red again. Alright, this is getting ridiculous. Alright, stomp, stomp, Chewy chomp. I'm gonna go for red. Alright, we can have 5 next turn, which should get us into Vorinclex, which will get us 2 more mana as well. I can't block crap. Alright, so we've got 5 mana, 6 and 7. Can't play Etali for a while. Alright, we're down to 9. Alright, let's see. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This will cost me 2 to put her out. If I do the other, I'll actually have a blocker. Let's just do this. There we go. No attacks. I guess I could have attacked. The guy's got vigilance. Gone, but you can get yourself a nice land out of the deal. Alright, we're down to 6. He's just really like to shoot me in the face. And we win! Suck it! Suckerfish! Jesus! I'm playing against Zupy. Okay, 1-2 is going to get us into an invasion. Poop Dragon goes night-night. Boy, I gotta spend a lot of time building my land structure. That's probably a problem here. The worst part is that this guy's going to cost me one just so I can get one back. It'll be a permanent one, though. Okay, good. So there's 4. Let's just go for this. All right, there's 5. All right, where my Brotherhood in? This thing keeps passing those things out like candy. There it is. All right, we got a little bit of breathing room, hopefully. I'm not paying anything for 0, apparently. What I got there? 4, 5, 6, or 7. All right, let's get ourselves... What does this guy even have? Let's destroy artifact. And he's just a grabber. I'm going to go ahead and grab a rhino at this point. That's it for my basic lands. Everybody's sitting around blowing smoke rings. He's probably going to pee his pants here pretty quick. What is that? 14. I got 20 points in, well, I've got 13 points in trample at the moment. He's going to grab the Etali. 6 points in trample. All right, what I could do is just blow that borrowed time off the ground again. Gone! Welcome back, baby! Fight! And we win! Boom, boom! Goes the room. Victory! Alright, so here we are playing with the assistant meta GRUUL deck off of Aetherhub. And it said that it had like a 48% win rate, and I thought, hell no, this deck is the shiz. It's going to do way better than that. I ended up getting a 53% win rate with it. You know, the funny part is I was playing this last night, and I was trying to see how well it was going to do. I played like 8 games, 100% victories. I thought this was awesome. But coming to play it here in the morning, it just stunk it up like crazy. So this morning I got a 38% win rate with it. Like, you know, 1 out of 3 games end up winning. But let me just tell you, this deck fought. It threw down. It was the equivalent of, I mean, okay, let me just tell you, this was the problem. This deck takes a while to ramp up. It is all focused on ramping early on, and you're doing nothing. Your only hope is that Brotherhood Inn will come in and that you're going to be able to wipe the board, because you can't do anything until like until 4 mana, and there's only like I think one of those in there. One. Then you start getting to 5, but this is where everything starts coming together. But it is just nothing for the longest time. So anybody who's playing super aggro are just kicking your ass nonstop while you're just waiting to lay it down. So that is the biggest problem with this deck. It just is not an early game deck. I almost think it'd be better, I mean, to get rid of these cards here, the battles, and put in the rampy dudes or something, you know? The ones that, say I could be a land of any color, the loam speaker, the oil Phyrexian boy that costs only 2 to put out. Any of those like little mana dudes would probably be a much better early on, just because at least you got some sort of defense if it comes to it. I don't know, because this deck just sucks early. And if your mana ramp fails for whatever reason, like I've gotten stuck at like 3 or 4 mana and I couldn't get to 5, that is just horrible. That's like turns lost. All right, so is this deck competitive? No. I mean, do you see, it's like a 50% win. Now that's pretty decent. But, to me, that's not a competitive deck, okay? Still, it's a good deck to play. We'll talk about that. So let's talk about it now. Was this deck fun? Yes. Yeah, it was totally fun. It was completely fun. Yeah, early game kind of sucked. Yeah, people were coming at my throat, and I was too busy trying to find out how I was going to place down 2 more lands. Yeah, that's what was going on. But man, once you got 6 and 7, which came, earlier than expected, like turn 4 or 5 or whatever, yeah, you were throwing down hammers. You were going to crazy town. Bornclex, comes out, throws out lands, and then it's a 6/6 trample reach. Kogla and Yidaro, good. All that stuff is pretty decent. If you could crack open some of those eggs, I'm not an egg cracker. I put them out, and then it's like, I don't know. I don't want to waste my time. I'd rather go for somebody's throat. So, this deck was fun. It was a fun deck, in my opinion. Lastly, was the deck interesting? Totally by the card selection, right? This whole section right here. Kogla, Etali, Titan of Industry, Nissa, City on Fire. I think maybe I got a chance to play it last night once. There's only one in the deck, so it's hard to come by it, and it's expensive. You do have Convoke, but this isn't a big creature deck, so that Convoke's not really going to help out terribly much. Skitterbeam, maybe, but Skitterbeam costs you at least 5. It's a bit out 3 dudes to help Convoke this to make them even larger. This is a nice little combo, but man, it's still a little expensive. And Portal Phyrexia costs you 9. This deck tries so hard, but 9 is a little rare, I felt. I could get to 7. Getting to 8 and 9 was rough. All right, so was it interesting? Yeah. If you like big, fat, fighting creatures, if you liked the ramp to help you get there, this is a good deck. But man, those first few turns of being asked to the win is devastating, which leads you only winning 50% of the time. Now, if you're playing on MTGA, you're playing against everybody. This deck is a deck you're going to play for fun. It's not a deck you're going to play for ranking. If you're playing with your friends, you're playing with paper, and you know what kind of meta you're playing with there, and people are playing with slower decks, this deck might be the deck for you. It is decent. It's really decent. You just need a little bit of time. That's all you need. All right, so let's rank this one up. Is it competitive? No. Is it fun? Check. Is it interesting? Yeah, it is. Check yourself. So I'm going to give this deck, I'm going to give it an A-, just because the complete lack of competitiveness, it's a little hard to get to. But the fact that it is so fun to play and it gets there, just like there's so many games I felt like it gets down to about 6 life on your part, and then you got one shot to turn the game around, and it works. it works. Otherwise, they just kill you because they can shoot you twice in the face with Lightning Strike. And then you're just like, well, that was 7 turns to nothing. All right, so A-, the deck is. If you decide to play with this deck, I hope that you have as much fun with it as I did. That's all for now. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. From all of us here in the underground secret headquarters of Uncommonly Good MTG, have a great day. In the words of my people, be excellent to each other, and party on, dudes.